Hello, collective. I am Magical Jones. Excuse me. I am Magical Jones, and this is Wisdom and Guidance Oracle. And I have a word for you guys. Okay. Um, I'm going to consult the oracle, and hopefully towards the end, if it's not too long, the tarot too. But when I was pre-shuffling, let me see if I can make my screen larger. Uh, Pop out dash no. Hmm, Share screen no. Okay, well, I guess they're not gonna let me do it. But anyway, as you guys know, and I have to get this out first, okay? As you guys know, these reads, especially the collective and even the zodiac reads, they're not going to resonate with everybody, okay? But what I do know to tell you guys is that there's always a message in a reading, okay? So um, if some parts resonate with you and others don't, then take what resonates with you and apply it to your situation, okay? Um, I would also say this: don't be so quick to act off of what a online tarot reader has to say, especially to the collective, but just period. You know, you will get a personal reading and have somebody tap into your personal energy for that. Me, myself, right here, right now, I'm tapping into the collective's energy, okay, to give you guys a message. All right. Um, I went live a couple of days ago, like a day or so ago. And when I tell you, I really enjoyed it and how I shared with you guys how going live or just like being present, you know, it has always been one of my I want to say fears, but one of my things that have kept me from, gaining subscribers and from growing, not just my channel, but just from growing as a person, growing personally, because, you know, regardless of what it is, we have to step out of our comfort zone. And with me being a Taurus, although, I am cussed with Aries, but with me being a Taurus, it's like I can get very comfortable and I'll have that mentality of if it's not broke, why fix it? You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, we want more in life. You know what I'm saying? Collective, we want more from life and out of life. We want to experience things. We have dreams and ambitions that some of us hadn't even touched yet. Okay. And the only way to do it is to come up out of your comfort zone. Do it one step at a time. Sometimes you just gotta jump all in and see what happens from there. All right. But like I said, don't take anything that I say personally, okay? Because I'm not talking directly to you as a viewer. I'm talking to the energy of the collective, okay? For those that don't know who I am Magical Jones, okay? Um, and I am an energy reader, okay? I'm an empath. I have insight. Um, and I get a lot of downloads from um, source, okay, which is why I love that I was led to buy this is my latest deck, and I bought this one a couple of months ago, a few months ago, and I like it. I'm still learning it. Like I said before, I hadn't even touched every card. When I say touched, like, of course I touch my decks, but I hadn't gotten to like every card. Like the other day, I think Soar came out, and I know for sure Soar came out, and it just had me going. You know what I'm saying? And Spirit was taking me some places for you guys to to explore. Okay, in simple terms, um, it's time. And I will share this with you before I get into the cards. But if we get so caught up in what's going on social media and the news, which is social media, mass media is going to, um, what's the word, distract you from what you really need to be focused on. Because I know you guys know, when you watch the news these days, honey, ain't no good news on there. Every now and again, they might have a special edition to where they're talking about something, to where somebody did something good. But then it's like a twist in there, maybe, depending on what the subject is. They'll have a twist in there to where, like, it was like from tragedy to glory or something like that. Okay. I have this light right here, and I have these little bugs that's trying to come. They're attracted to the light. Okay. And I did that because that was a message for someone. Be mindful that when you start ascending on this journey, on the path that you're on, when you start um, changing and evolving and transforming, you're going to attract distractions. Okay, distractions. I'll say that. Um, the thing about life is we are here to conquer ourselves. Okay, which is why I feel like we have been brought here or incarnated here in the flesh with desires and, this physical, this 3D, because we have to rise above, and that keep coming out too. So I have someone, and it could just be for me, honey. It could just be for me. It's probably not even for the collective or all of the collective, but we have to rise above where we are and express, especially where we are when we're struggling. Okay, especially where we are when we're comfortable. Okay, but we know that we're supposed to be doing more, or there's more out there. Okay. Yeah, I changed the name just to from tarot to oracle, and I might have took off wisdom and guide or magical Jones. I don't know, but yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping in though. Um, but to get into the oracle cards, when I was doing the pre shuffle, I left the cards here because I felt like it's very relevant, and I wanted to give it to you guys the way that I was receiving it. Okay. Creeping came out, thief came out too. Something about moving and traveling and running. Okay. So you could have someone in your energy or around you that's kind of like watching you. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to see what you're up to. And it's not necessarily because they're fond of you. The thing about it is, they may just be in your energy because they miss you, or they want to steal your energy because or ideals, because thief came out too. Okay. So we had creeping and we had thief. And normally for me, these two cards come out when I use this deck. And this is from the, what's the T? Oracle deck. Okay. You're always going to have some people, especially when you're on a certain path and you're doing certain things, you're always going to have people watching you. But then you have these people that creep, you know what I'm saying? And they try their best to not be seen. They try their best. Like if you say, "Oh, did you see what I did?" or "Did you hear what I said?" or especially like if you have a platform, and they'll be like, "Nah, nah, what you say?" You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be like, "Oh, I said this is that or the other, or I did this that, or I started this," and they're like, "Oh no, that's crazy because I was thinking the same thing." You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, they already been creeping around. Somebody feels like you are very talented and you have a lot of potential. Okay. So they're watching you. All right. The thing about it is, this person, like I said, you know them because I said that you have a conversation with them. So a lot of you guys, you know who this is. This is somebody personal to you. Could be a friend, family member, ex, or something like that. But the thing about it is, they're in their head, okay, about you. Why? I don't know. I'm picking up like an ex, okay? I'm picking up like this is an ex, and they want to, for some of you guys, they want to come back into your energy because they just want you to give them attention. Okay. They want to take your attention off of what you're doing. So this is another distraction. Okay. They just want to say, "Oh, I can still get the collective if I wanted to." You know what I'm saying? "Oh, the collective, I know how to push their buttons or whatever." You know what I'm saying? Because they out here talking shit. Okay. And all these cards have been pre-laid because this was my pre-shuffle. Okay. So this is just a message. Okay. A beginning message. And we're going to see what else um, comes out. But these two cards came out as well, moving and traveling. So somebody could be in their head because you are moving, okay, or you have moved, okay, you're traveling. Some of you guys, you're just moving ahead in life. You're ascending, you're experiencing things, and you're doing it without them, and they don't like it, and they out here talking shit, okay, about you. They're in their head, okay, and it's like no matter what this person does, you're always they're always trying to figure out how they're going to come to you and get in your energy, you know what I'm saying, and pull from your energy. So be mindful, collective. If you have, and for a lot of my collective, I would say that most of you guys are already on a path of ascension. You guys are already, you know, elevated consciously to a certain level to where, you know, you can recognize things in people when they come your way. But the thing about it is, once you reach a certain level and the universe start sending, or you know, people get sent your way. And I'll say the universe because I believe in karmic contracts and all this other type of stuff. But you'll be like, "Oh, that's my child," or that's my best friend, or that's my brother, or that's my sister. You know, me and them, we good. So maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. Okay. And the thing about it is, for a lot of you guys, you're not being paranoid. Okay. For a lot of you guys, people are coming in trying to steal your energy. Okay. Some people, they're coming in trying to push your buttons to make you react a certain type of way. Okay. They're trying to move you. All right. Like I said, for some of you guys, it's because you're moving or somebody had to move. Somebody had to move. All right. And now they're in their head. And now they watching you to see. Y'all, it's funny because people have to eat their words. You know what I'm saying? Like, people could be talking shit about you and be like, oh, they ain't nothing. They ain't gonna never be nothing. They this, they that. You know what I'm saying? And then when they find themselves in a situation that they spoke upon you, guess what? They're going to get a reminder that they said that about you. So people have to be mindful who they put their mouth on. Even you, we have to be mindful. Even me, we have to be mindful of who we put our mouth on, because you know what I'm saying? The universe will have that person eating right in your face while you was up there bashing them, talking bad about them. You know, you never know what life is going to bring. You know what I'm saying? You can be up 1 minute and then the next minute, you know, you in a situation. You know what I'm saying? So this is for those people that's out here judging the collective, like, you know, oh, the collective a wannabe, or they ain't got it like that, and this is that or the other. Keep your mouth off people. And these people are gonna learn to keep their mouths off of you. Okay? For whoever that's for. It could be for me. It could be for you. It could be for people that's gonna watch the video later or whatever. Okay? Don't worry about what people say, okay? Because that's what they're supposed to do anyway. What they say, your haters are your greatest motivators. Because trust me, they out here watching. They watching. They looking. And then don't let them be in a situation to where they done fell off a little bit. They trying to see, okay, well, I know I was doing so much better than the collective. Let me see where the collective at. So you might be getting phone calls from random ass people. Oh, I was just calling, checking on you. You crossed my mind. Why did I cross your mind? Like last time me and you talked, we wasn't even really that good. We wasn't even on no good terms like that. You know what I'm saying? And now here you are all up in my damn energy trying to see what's going on with me. Be mindful, y'all. And don't let nobody play with you. Don't let nobody play in your energy either. Be mindful of not being distracted by, you know, things and people that kind of like make themselves a big deal. Okay? Because everybody's a big deal to somebody. You might not be a big deal to them, but you're a big deal to somebody. Okay? All right, so now we're about to tap into the Akashic Oracle and see what the message is from Source. Boundless possibilities. You are standing at the edge of limitless potential. Don't limit your dreams based on past experiences. Embrace the boundless possibilities that await you. All right. That was just at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you, everything that has been coming out lately for the collective is about believing in yourself and soaring. You know what I'm saying? Just doing what it is that you have to do to get yourself to the next level. Okay. And I know we hear it a lot of different places, but the thing about it is if you're continuously hearing it, it's because it's true and it's for you. Do it scared. Do it alone. You know what I'm saying? Do it broke. Do it, you know, feeling like, whatever, and feelings do matter, but the point is just do it, and stop letting yourself hold you back, because a lot of times we feel like it's other people that out here, throwing energy at us and trying to hold us back. But the thing about it is, it be ourselves, okay? It be our own negative thinking and our own, procrastination and all this other type of stuff, okay? And another thing, stop letting people tell you what to do when it comes to your dreams and your ambitions, when it comes to you doing what it is that you do. This card came out. It says miracles. Okay. So once you start stepping forward and walking in your path, okay, your purpose, when you start walking in your truth, expect miracles to happen. I've been picking up on a newness that's being, or that the collective is being surrounded by. Okay. And every time I pick up this newness, I don't know why, it just always reminds me of Libra energy. I guess because the time of the year. All right. It says, you're being asked to pay extra close. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. A lot of times we get so distracted, y'all, by everyday life situations that we don't pay attention to the little things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get so frustrated with life to where things start feeling like the little things start feeling like chores, like things that we have to do. You know what I'm saying? And the miracle in that is these little things that we encounter in life. Those are the things that make us who we are and allow us to transform and see things differently if we want to. You know what I'm saying? If we change our perspectives, change the paradigm. Okay. Like, my daughter had to work this morning, last night, yesterday, and I had my grandbaby. And I'm like, oh gosh, I love spending time with my grandbaby, but I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be able to do my tarot. I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not gonna be able to do that because, I like for things to be a certain type of way. But then I thought about it and I'm like, but this is my grandbaby though, and although he's here with me all the time, spending that one-on-one time with somebody that is soon going to change and they're going to remember. So a lot of times it's not even what we can get out of a situation. It's what somebody else is going to get out of it. How are we touching somebody else? Okay. And those are the miracles to come. Okay. You take care of people. At the end of the day, after some time has passed, people going to take care of you. You say a nice word to someone and you probably just not even paying attention. That's just who you are. You meet somebody out at the grocery store or, while you at work or anywhere you could be. You could be at home. You could, whatever. Okay. And someone is in your energy on your path. Y'all cross paths because everybody cross your path for a reason now. And then they start talking about random things that, And this happens to me a lot, especially when I'm at work, because I do a lot of customer service work. And I'll have people that just talk to me and they'll tell me like things that's going on with them. And I'm always led because I'm a very inspirational person. I love to encourage people. That's just a gift that I have. And I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, I'm on the path that I'm on right now. All right. And also, I'm a life path 3. But, you say something, you listen to them, first of all, and you're like, yeah, I can relate. And then you just start trying to encourage that person because really, they don't really need you to fix a situation. They sometimes people just need somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? And a kind word goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody could see you and you don't even see that they see you. You don't see them. You could just be out minding your own business and they could be with somebody and they'll be like, you see that person right there? That's a good person. That person has a big heart. You know what I'm saying? Because you were being authentic to yourself and you weren't being closed off and you weren't being like, oh, I don't want to talk to them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What if it was your child or your parent that was in a situation and they were going through something and they felt like, okay, well, I just need to vent, and they just felt like they wanted to vent to a stranger, okay? And that stranger said all kind of like made them feel nasty or dirty or judge them versus giving them a kind word. That can change somebody's whole life. That can really change somebody's whole life. So always be mindful of what you say. And yeah, you always be true to yourself, always speak your mind, and you always put people in their place. Always do that now. But it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Okay. Do it with love, and I am a love type person, but I'm not really like a love type person. Like in real life, I'm like a real type person, you know. But anyway, yes, expect miracles, especially if you have been open to what the universe has been doing for you. Okay. Be open to the people that the universe brings across your path. Okay. Because you never know. It says connect to intuition. All right. It says repeating patterns are keeping you from making a new choice in this situation, whatever situation that is for you. Okay. It says break free from old ways of thinking and ask for new insight. Okay. Some of you guys want or need a miracle. And the thing about it is, you're not being open enough. You're saying that you're open, and when you speak your affirmations, you're speaking positive affirmations or just speaking positive words. But when it comes down to actually doing something, you're finding yourself, you might not even know, but you're finding yourself going back into old patterns. You know what I'm saying? Open up to people, start a conversation to people, go to new places. You know what I'm saying? Go to places that you hadn't been before. That's one thing with me. And, and I'm telling on myself, I don't do nothing. Nothing. I will sit in this house. I will consult spirit. I will take care of home. But my kids be like, my children, they be like, Mama, you need to get out the house. You need to go somewhere. You need to do something, like meet some people, meet some friends. And I'm like, yeah, I need to. Okay. And then I go somewhere and I meet people and we exchange numbers. Like I might meet a female and we find out that we like the same things, and you know, I never call them and they never call me. But if I would take that initiative to reach out, okay, for some of you guys, there's someone on your mind that you hadn't talked to in years. It might not even be years, it could be months. But I'm picking up years. I'm just picking up a long time, okay, that you hadn't spoke to someone and it's been on your spirit to reach out to them. If this resonates with you, reach out to them, because you never know what a person is going through. You never really know. Some I'll tell you this, mental health is real, because we live in a society to where we don't have time to sit down and relax and reflect. Okay? The average person is always on go, and they can't deal with emotions. They don't have time, or they hadn't had time. So when they go through something to where it's so emotional, it's like they know how to get money, they know how to do this, they know how to do that. But when it comes to dealing with themselves and doing the inner work, they can't do it. And it's hard. You know what I'm saying? And it makes people want to give up. You know what I'm saying? I think July, was it July or June? I think it was June, because we're in July now, was men's mental health month. Okay. And it kind of flew past a lot of people's head because a lot of people didn't share it a lot like they shared it last year or the year before. But this is something that I want to share. And when I say I feel this 100%, and I'm not a man, I am very female, but I can be a little masculine sometimes. But men have it hard, okay? When you think about the role of a man in society, men have it hard. Everyone looks to a man to do everything, okay? They have to go to work. They have to make sure that they make money to pay the bills, to take care of their family if they have a family. If they are co parenting with children, then they have to provide for their children. Okay. If they don't do these things, then they are considered less than a man. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that women, we don't have it bad either, but we are in a feminine time right now to where females are being appreciated more, okay, and seen more. But for the men that's out there and that have been struggling and they don't have nobody to talk to because they feel like, and they were always brought that somebody's spinning. They were always taught to believe that, you know, you have to keep yourself together. Like you can't be seen crying or you're gonna be considered weak. In this society is so many, you know, gay and bisexual people. And this is not me bashing anybody, but I'm just saying, to where if a man showed any type of emotion, they gonna say he gay, or he don't know himself. Why he, if he got emotions, why he can't show that he has emotions and he's being emotional? And why don't he have these people around him to support him when he's like that and not see him as less than a man? It's something about a man when he has to be emotional and he can't take it anymore, to where it's like, I'm not even a man anymore. Okay. I'm not even a man anymore because I broke down and I cried. Men don't do that. Men do that. Okay. It's called being balanced. It's called being balanced, and it's called tapping into your feminine side, because if you don't, you gonna break the freak down. You are like, you really gonna break down, you know? But yeah, check on your peoples, okay? Check on your peoples. And for those of you who, you know, you might have somebody that's probably just wanting to talk to you, or like a stranger come up and talk to you, and they open up and you're like, I want to be open too. Be open. Be open. Talk. Release some things. Because you're not going to do it to your friends. You're not going to do it with your family. So when spirit puts somebody on your path, talk. They do it to you. They open up to you. Damn near cry. I know they do to me. And I have to get to the point to where I can be more open too when it comes to me sharing my emotions, because this is what people want. They want authenticity. They don't want, somebody that's, out here trying to be high and mighty, or like so strong all the time and they can't relate. People want someone that they can relate to, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then you feel like, oh, well, if I get on, and it's not that you're getting on someone's level, but if I open up, then they're going to see me as less than a person. That's not necessarily true. A lot of people, depending on where they are on their path, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are going to be like, wow, they real. That's a real person. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be like, you know, I would like to talk to them again, or I would love to interact with them. Okay. So while I was talking about that, Spirit said tap into the Sacred Soul Shadow Oracle. Okay. Because we all have shadow sides. We all have things that we have to work on within ourselves. Okay. Regardless of who we are, parents, teachers, you know, no one is above being perfect. You can't be above being perfect. For one, there is no perfect, and that's just an illusion anyway. So you trying to be above something that's not even real. So you out here running yourself crazy, trying to be something that you're not, something that you'll never be, which is perfect. Fuck that. I would rather have my peace, okay? I would rather have my peace. Let me shuffle one more time. And once you reach, and it can happen, collective, it can happen to you at any time. But once you reach a certain age, like me, I'm 48, okay? And I keep saying I'm close to 50 because I am, okay? But once you reach a certain age, or when you went through so much in life, you learn to value the little things. And there go the little things again, like your peace, okay? And you can't have peace while you're out here chasing something that's not even real, or trying to get people to see you in a way that you're not. You can't have peace allowing people to come in and pull on your energy all the time. Let people know, look, I need some space, okay? But then when you feel like it's time for you to open up, open up. It's fine. Open up to people. You know enough about protecting your energy to know that, yes, when you're open, regardless of who it is, you can be open to your children, your spouse, anybody. That's draining when people come at you and they come to you and they talking and this is that, especially if you're an empath. Oh, baby, that's so draining. You like, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Or is this person gonna stop talking? Or oh my God, like I got my own stuff that I gotta deal with, and this person is like talking to me about, it's draining, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because not only did you give or you open yourself up to give, you also received something too. You received something, honey. Avoidance. It's key to see the need to avoid discomfort, but also to overcome it and thrive. Didn't Spirit say that earlier about being comfortable, even when we know it's time for us to take things to the next level? Yeah. All right. Give me a message for the collective. I said, give me a message. I think like 2 cards came out. Okay. So some of you guys are dealing with addictions, or someone in your energy is dealing with addictions. Compulsive need despite negative consequences. Okay. Get support or therapy. It says mysterious shift. Personal growth can happen quickly and in ways you may not initially understand. Okay. For some of you guys, it's an addiction that you have that keeps you stuck in a certain place or in a certain energy. And once you start to release these things, regardless of what the addiction is, like we all have some type of addiction, whether it's excessive or not, whether it's harmful to us physically or mentally. Okay. Um, but once we start to release and heal whatever it is that this addiction is stemming from, we're going to see a mysterious shift in things around us, because don't forget that miracle card came out too. Okay. There's some things that the universe wants to bless you with, but how is the universe going to bless you with these things if you're not being receptive? Okay. If you don't want to change, if you're continuously being stubborn and rigid, if you're scared to, put the pacifier down, okay? For some of you guys, whatever this addiction um, is keeping, it has built a block around you, your energy field, your aura, to where only things of that level are going to be present or visible to you. Okay. You have things around you. Okay. This mysterious shift. You have things hovering around you, collective, that you don't see. Because a lot of you guys are supposed to be doing great things, whatever great is for you. Okay. And you do have people watching you. You do have people that you inspire. Okay. Whether you believe it or not. Some of you guys have people around you that are keeping you blocked as well. Okay. For some of you guys, it is. Now, a lot of times it be our own energy that keep us, our own negative thoughts and stuff like that. But sometimes we do have people around us that kind of block our process. Okay. I don't know. I hope that made sense to somebody. It made sense to me. It did. All right, we're going to tap into the tarot before we get ready to go. We're at 44 minutes. We're at 45. We're going to see what the tarot is saying about the energy surrounding the collective. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you're not a subscriber of mine, please subscribe to my channel, like the video. If you know anybody that you feel like may need to hear this message, please feel free to share it with them. You know, share the video, comment. Thank you to everyone that came into the live read. I really appreciate you. Shout out to Uncle L Speaks. That's my guy. I used to always go in his reads. I've been tired of. I haven't really been watching a lot of tarot lately. That was one of my addictions, to be honest. And I noticed that once I stopped watching so many reads, my energy did shift. Yeah. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with watching your favorite tarot readers, but sometimes, you know, when you do it constantly throughout the day, like, what's really going on? Okay, we have the 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Some guys could be a Scorpio or dealing with a Scorpio, but this is you walking away from something. I see something about emotions, okay? Some guys are tired and fed up with the way things have been. Yeah. I'm trying to get it to where you could see the illustration on it. Off this light. Let's see. Can you see it better now? Yeah. That's the 10 of Swords, honey. That's a 10. That's a completion. Some of you guys are sick and tired, okay, of things going a certain type of way. All right. And the thing about it is, once you decide that you want to shift, the shift is going to be there. Once you get to a point to where you know that walking away and not going back, regardless of what it is, but not going back, especially in that same energy, okay? Some guys are dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or just in your head a lot. Someone's in their head a lot. The Hierophant came out. No, that's, where did I see that from? That's the Emperor. All right. Some of you guys know that you're supposed to be doing better, okay? That you're supposed to be doing more, I would say, okay? And you're tired of continuously going back to the same spot out of comfort, out of just habit, okay? And the thing about it is, sometimes Spirit will allow things to happen, like the Tower moments to happen, to wake us up and to shake us up and to move us, because some of us is just not ready to move. We're ready in the sense to where it's like, okay, I want something, like, I know I don't want to stay in this energy, but you're doing nothing about it. You're doing absolutely nothing about it. Show me more of the energy surrounding the collective, please. Ooh, shit. That shout out. Somebody's going to get the truth about something that happened in the past. Okay. We got another 10 that came out. At the top of my mind, what I'm seeing, what I'm getting is someone's going to come towards you from your past that's going to reveal a truth to you. This truth is that they have always been watching you. They always were interested in you. You have always inspired them. Okay. This is someone from your past or someone that you could have a past life connection with. Okay. For some of you guys, with this 10 of Wands and this 4 of Wands, you have some work or you have been working around home. Okay. I picked that up. I got a download about that and I posted it on my Facebook because tonight we have a full moon in Capricorn. Okay. And Capricorn energy is all about home, not like Cancer home, but Cancer and um, Capricorn are opposite signs. So they're one and the same. Okay. They both love home and Taurus too. Okay. But this is fire energy. All right. So some of you guys could be dealing with a situation at home. It could have something to do with a marriage. Okay. Some of you guys are burdened within a marriage or within some type of a commitment. Some of you guys are feeling like you are burdened with some type of a contract that you have. This could have to do with home or it could just be work. It just could be like some type of a business contract. Okay. I'm seeing the truth coming out. Got a lot of completions. We got a lot of tens. We also have the wheel of fortune for you. Okay. Try to stay as positive as possible, especially when it comes to speaking on things and to like telling people your business, especially when it comes to home and certain contracts or commitments that you find yourself in, because things are going to change for you like overnight, like you're going to start seeing changes come in, but the thing about it is you can't let the the, the challenge of it get to you. You can't let you know the hard work get to you. Okay. You have to see the work as a building block. You know what I'm saying? You have to see the work as, you know, you putting in some type of investment in whatever this is. Okay. Because there's going to be some type of clarity when it comes to a matter for some of you guys that has something to do with your children. Okay. If not your children, then, like I said before, a childhood friend. Okay. For some of you guys, I see collaboration with someone from a past life. Okay. You could be dealing with an Aries. I'm getting a lot of fire energy here. Okay. But a lot of sword energy too. Okay. So be mindful of your mindset around this time. Okay. Be mindful that you're not manifesting things by the way that you think. And the way that you manifest things with your thoughts is when you're continuously thinking in a certain way and then you start acting on your thoughts, whether the thoughts are true or not. You know what I'm saying? You're having these excessive thoughts of, things aren't going to happen the way that you want them to happen, or things are not going to turn out good. So then here you are making rash decisions when all you have to do is kind of like just, get a bigger picture of what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't panic. Don't panic. And if you're in a situation to where like something has just came down, like some type of truth has come, or look at this. But then we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's something about the struggle that you found yourself in or the challenges that you went through that are going to open up some doors for you. Okay. Because we have the Emperor here. All right. If you're going to be in your head, try your best to stay positive. And if you're having a lot of negative thoughts, then try not to act on them. Okay. Try not to speak, too harshly to people or in your energy. Okay. Because you have someone watching you, whether this person is around you or they're just watching you from afar. Okay. And someone is going to, I'm hearing, they see that you have or you are handling a situation with grace. Okay. I heard that specifically. You have handled a situation with grace. All right. For some of you guys, someone is considering um, taking things to another level in a relationship, but they don't know whether that's the right move or not because they don't know whether they're ready for the challenges that come with taking things to the next level. This could be at work, like getting a promotion, or it could be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You could just be doing more around the house, you know what I'm saying? Or spending more time with your family, and you might see it like, oh, this has been a challenge in the past, but for some of you guys, you're going to find out that things are not as negative or bad as you thought that they were. Okay. Some of you guys are going to be presently surprised with the outcome of a situation, but you have to be mindful of where you are mentally and the way that you speak, the way that you open up to people. Don't be shutting people down. Okay. Because remember, that miracle card came out and that mysterious shift came out too. All right. All right, you guys. Where are we at? We at 56, 55. And that's it. I was so happy to be here. For those of you that have not saw, I don't know what read I did it in. I don't know whether it was the tourist read or the last collective read that I did, but I have another book that's being released August the 6th. Okay. It's on Amazon. All right. The name of the book is Rising Above the Odds. My first book that I wrote years ago, and finally released it probably about 6 or 7 years ago. It's been a while. And no, I hadn't been promoting, but Spirit told me to get on the ball. It's time to do it. I don't just want to be a tarot reader. Actually, one of my affirmations is that I am a world renowned author. Okay. I love to write. I write inspirationally. I have spiritual downloads when I write. Okay. That's why a lot of my spirit messages, the ones that be like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, no more than 4 minutes that I upload to my channel, those are things that I sit down and I get downloads and spirit speaks through me, you know, and I share them with the collective. But like I said, August 6th, my book is being released on Amazon Kindle. It's going to be on the bookshelf along with Facing the Odds. That was my first book. That book was about my journey as a young girl and the challenges that I went through with teen pregnancy and actually losing my child, and coming up in religion and how that affected a lot of the choices that I made, but how it also, kept me on a positive path as well. And the second book, I'm not gonna speak much on it because I want to get the thing right to where how I want to present it, but it's more because it's titled Raising Rising Above the Odds, and then it's called The Awakening. So after awakening from certain situations and that that evolution, okay, in my personal path, and just inspiring you guys to, you know, stay on, you know, be true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Basically about being true to yourself and not being scared of change and not letting yourself get stuck in, certain situations, and taking every challenge that occurs in your life as a lesson, because they are all lessons. Okay. My voice is starting to shake, so I guess I've been talking too long. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll talk later.